of Wonder, so that's exciting. I got to play some Super Mario Wonder with my siblings last night. The last time I played that game was just in a Walmart kiosk, so I'm a little bit behind. But it was a lot of fun. There was this one level that required being in such good timing with the rhythm of the game that made it really tough if you weren't just like super on point. So makes me think of this thought of walking by faith, not by sight. It's talked about, I think it's in 2 Corinthians 5. And just the need to do that, to not stress about anything from the past, to not have any fear of anything from the past, but just to move in something new and to believe in something new and to go after it once you can kind of sense that it is real, right? So we're God's children, so he's able to make big, wonderful things happen out of nowhere. What's up, Mel? Yeah, we're just in North Carolina chilling. It's Thursday morning, so that's great. We're just rocking and rolling today. Yesterday, I slept in a lot. It was kind of weird being back at home. I was like, I don't really know what to do. But there's certain things that I've been wanting to try. So this was one of them, doing a little live stream in the forest. I did a little one yesterday. So we're knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone because I get the forest time and I get, just to make a little fast video thing. It's neat too because I don't even know how I have internet connection here, but apparently I do. So there you go. But yeah, there's a lot of different things on my mind. It's like, I just think of like, what does God want me to experience before I start my next part of my chapter in Utah? And there's a lot of excitement in the air. There's a lot of things I'm feeling and experiencing. And end of the day, it just comes back to everything that I've always talked about. It's just, we're just going to move forward, have faith, believe, and a lot of it's just trusting about like, well, I don't see it, believing that you stay on this path, it'll get better. It'll just get better over time. So what happened pretty consistently when I'd go on these walks back at home when I was actually living here was I'd go on a walk and I'd run into somebody I knew. That's already happened today, so that's fun. That's neat. But yeah, it's just a higher version of myself here than when I was here last time. And it's just kind of accepting that. I wanted to play some video games last night, but it was more of a craving rather than wanting to actually play the video game. And I was reading from this book I did a podcast with him a while ago, but it's not even out yet. I think that's one of the things I'm going to do today is work on that a little bit. But he's talking about how, like, he has cancer, and right now he's just sort of, going through all this pain associated with cancer, and he's just been had it for a long time. But he talked about in this book called Living, and he just said that be careful of cravings and don't confuse those with enjoyment. So yeah, I did play some video games and I think it was okay, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. So yeah, just a higher version of me being at home. So have to walk in it, have to walk like it, have to talk like it, have to live in it. And yeah, that's it. I wouldn't say that it's an ultra productive version, hopefully more productive than before, but it's just more allowing, less interrupting the flow of the good things that are coming to me. And we're just trusting in the blessings ahead. It's an interesting concept because when I was back in Utah, I could say with 100% certainty, this is where I'm needed right now. But right now, being back at home in North Carolina, I can be like, well, this is where I'm needed right now. even if I don't really know necessarily all that's going to happen. Morgan, I appreciate the subscription. We're okay with starting where we're at. We're imperfect here. Not trying to, yeah. I think one thing I've realized is that if you set a timer on your phone or on your watch or whatever, by the end of that timer, you'll probably be in a better place. So I woke up and laid in bed for like 11 minutes. And then I just set a timer because I knew in 15 minutes I could be out and about on a walk, moving. So I did a little bit of reading about ADHD, which I have. And that was helpful. And that's kind of the thoughts on my mind right now. It talks about it in 1 Corinthians 10, 4 and 5 about having a renewing of your mind. How I see life, bro, don't worry where you're at, just be thankful that you're breathing. That's good. I like that. That's a good juice to add to the cup. Just be glad we're breathing. Yeah, man, because I know that there's people that really went after life, like they seized it so much, and then for whatever reason their time was cut short for whatever reason, and it's very humbling. I was talking with these people I've talked with, these awesome black ladies that live by here that I'm good friends with and talk with. They're excited to see me again. They're talking about one of their grandsons that got addicted to some things, and like, he's a really good guy. He just had this addiction, which ended up, he overdosed, and that was it. So serving this other life to where that feels natural, that feels like what you got to do. It's like, no. Remember what life was like before there was any of the drugs or any of that in your system. I've never drank or anything like that. However, I can kind of sense it, and because I served a mission and got to talk to people that are going through some of this stuff, and it's like, it takes a long time to get out of the system, but a lot of times you just trust what God is doing. Let the wind blow you, bro. Life is life. You don't know where you're going to end up, but it doesn't matter which state. God has you there for a reason. There's a purpose. Yeah. Might as well walk in the reason, walk in the purpose. Just grateful for loving parents. I'm extremely blessed, and we're just grateful. And end of the day, I'm just on a walk. I mean, I've had plenty of these walks where I was just walking by myself and no camera was on me. But yeah, we're just rocking and rolling. I think it's Hebrews 10:31 about call to remembrance the former days when after you're illuminated, you endured a great fight of affliction. So it's just like, this is the illumination right here. Getting illuminated, seeing things more clearly, because that's basically everything. Because how you see things is going to affect how you treat them, how you talk to them, everything else. Some people are so blind, and I've certainly been this way too. Just looking at, why didn't I get this today? Why didn't I get this sandwich today? Why didn't I get this raise today? Why didn't I get paid today? And it's like, well, be grateful you can get paid. Be grateful that you're here. And end of the day, you just kind of walk forward. And I had all these going from my brain, and I had this powerful one in mind. It's like, what if yesterday, with all its chilling out and stuff, was the perfect setup to get a lot done today? It's like, well, it's possible. That's a much more helpful frame than, oh no, I've wasted all my time here and everything else. I really don't think God has any kind of barrier of what he wants to accomplish here while I'm here. I just want to get in a slightly better place. And if I can make a difference for some people, then cool too. That's cool. But there's no need to stress about a million different things you got to do. God is aware of every second you're here, and yeah, you don't have to stress about stuff like that. I've had times where I stress about that, though. I was stressing about, oh, maybe I could run into somebody here at this store or whatever. And yeah, that kind of stuff happens. End of the day, it's reciprocation. Reciprocation is where a lot of the relationship comes through or doesn't come through. You can meet somebody, be super excited to keep talking to them, but, you know, there has to be the reciprocation or it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm probably getting eaten alive by bugs right now, mosquitoes. We're so locked in, just loving the here and now. Grateful I can just walk through these woods. I mean, this really is top tier. I love Utah. However, you don't really get this in Utah. These are just woods, chilling. It's good. There's nothing wrong here. It's just life happening. Who knows? Maybe they'll take these forests out someday. I hope not. Yeah, this is a beautiful place. I was looking forward to being back here. This is one of the things that I was looking forward to seeing again. Being back in these. So, a lot of blessings. So you just remember this because I think it was like maybe 2 weeks ago where I did my live stream and I was against a wall and I wasn't even sure where I was. But today we're here. So you just never know how God can just lead you to better places. A lot of it is just the acceptance and moving and trusting. And yeah, I just love this so much because it's like, it perfectly appeals to my brain because it's like, we can just run down here. Why not? Woo! You can just run around or make our own path or whatever. We're just rocking and rolling. So it's fun. I think I'm learning a lot about just being okay with not repeating certain things, like beautiful moments. Maybe those beautiful moments help you to get to a certain place, but now it's not super necessary. You're at a different place now. It's funny because like you can talk about it as like this kind of frame that you talk yourself into, but then you look at some things like, no, I think this is real. So just accepting it, being like, I'm all right now. This is good. We're chilling. We're blessed. We're healing. We're building. Rejoicing. We're smiling. And here we are. So yeah, I watched, well, something I was doing last night with my reading. I just realized I really gotta get some things done today. Important, getting things done. So I don't know. You can really get yourself caught up in all these different things, but at the end of the day, you just have some kind of clear idea of where you want to go, and you just start walking. You're gonna get new ideas, new clarity. See, this is the thing right now, because it's easy to take this for granted because I'm here. It is all here. Like right now, we're here, right? But, you know, give me 12 days. Well, 2 weeks from today, actually, I'll be flying back to Utah. And I don't know what's going to happen between now and then. Do more of these. Maybe I'll do another one of these tomorrow morning. I don't know. But yeah, you just no day you cannot afford to think that the day is a waste or something like that. I made a video yesterday about how cherishing every day is a gift from God, and I think that's a great frame, great way to live life. A lot more accurate to the truth too. there's a lot of blessings every day that we just completely forget. So a lot of it is about just letting ourselves see, letting ourselves be, and move forward. So that's that. We're grateful. We're walking around. That's all that's happening. There's no drama. We don't see any monkeys fighting over a banana. Well, there really wouldn't be any monkeys here, but it's just peaceful. It's just nice. Hi, Gurdeep. I hope you're doing swell. Walking through these woods. It's not quite like, these aren't like, this isn't really a forest because you can kind of see the way out, but it is, yeah, it definitely is trees. These are trees. This is not AI. This is the real stuff. Real stuff. See, this is Mother Nature. Mother Nature's creation, God's creation. This tree is a real tree, is the real thing. For me, it's 10:50. Yeah. It's pretty early. Just walking on the path, bracing the season. I do think one of my favorite parts about being in this forest, though, is the birds. It's fun. I'll probably have to go to a different one. I'll probably go to a different one tomorrow. Because this one's fun and all, but there's one that's a little bit deeper and has a little more interesting scenery. This one's pretty standard as far as forests go. Look, see, it's a spider web. So that's fun. Yeah, we're just getting the morning walk in. And you just move and move and move and move. You don't even have to think about where you're going. You just keep going, which is awesome. Because I think sometimes I let my brain get so in the way of everything. I think I need to know everything I'm going to do. It's like, no, just start going, start doing, start moving. There was one time where I was here and there was a woodpecker. That was a cool day. It's a woodpecker. That was a cool day. I don't really see anything today. There is this like giant tree that's this way. I do want to show you if we get around to it. But yeah, there's a lot of history. I've walked this path many times. I can imagine Dallin from a year ago, and that's about as far as it goes, because I only found this pretty recently, like a year ago. I can imagine myself walking around, having stress before I'd moved to Utah, before any of this had really happened, and just walking around. And that's it. There's really no stress about it. It's just walking around. So yeah, this is good because this just gives you some vitamin D, sunlight, and it's trees, man. You can't really, trees are so good. Where I'm living in Utah, there's nothing like this, like super close to me. There are some spots that have trees, but like not like this. Like this is, I mean, you just got trees everywhere. Like you can just climb any of these trees. Well, I'm not able to climb any of these trees like this guy. No, this No, I don't think so. There's probably a tree here I could climb somewhere. But yeah, it's exciting. Once you do the thing enough times, you start to get into a flow and a rhythm. You can just kind of enjoy the process. It's kind of make this a ritual. I think this was a ritual for me for a little bit of just getting up and walking around in the woods. Yeah. That's it. That's it. If you like looking at woods and stuff, well, then this is good. It's pretty chill. I like this part a lot because, I don't know, especially all the random tall trees with random leaves on them. Just makes me think about, I don't know, something magical like a Dr. Seuss book or something. I just can't stress enough how crazy it is that this was here this whole time. And for, over 18 years that my family lived here, didn't even know this was here. So, explore. There might be some really, really cool stuff nearby. And that includes entrusting God's plan. Because he's had some doors shut on me pretty recently. And I'm like, what's going on? And that's the thing is, I don't really know. But I trust in the process and all that stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of really good things. And you never know until you experiment. So here's a tree that is a little different than other trees. It just goes so high up. I think this is one of the ones I wanted to show off. I think. Maybe it's that one over there. I don't know. Whoop. It's a little bit the 5-year-old coming out right now. Okay, so there's that one. I think there's one. Another one. Maybe it was this one. I don't know. But yeah, I've prayed by these trees a number of times. It's a chill, super chill place to be. You spend time here every day. Goated. Super goated. I will say that wearing shorts, which is what I'm wearing, is not ideal for this environment. However, rock and rolling, chilling. So, yeah, that's basically that. I just figure that, oh, look, bottles. Look at all the bottles. Yeah, these look old, really old too. Really old bottles. I've seen deer in here. There was one time there was this dog in here that did not like me. But yeah, we're just living life. Okay. That root tripped me over. Or I tripped over it. There was a tree I was going to try and climb. I don't know. There's some other spots I could show, but yeah, this place is pretty chill. Pretty chill. Pretty chill. I think there was times where I was close to walking into here, and maybe I thought it was somebody else's property or something like that. Oh, look, there's some Skittles. That's fun. I think we're just gonna walk adjacent to the path, and then we will catch up a little bit later. But yeah, you just never know what you're gonna find, so exploring. Yeah, especially like this is crazy. It's great. I probably do got to get home though. But yeah, like you just think about the opportunity, the possibilities, everything else. It's like spend some time in nature each day and you just start to see life as more and more unlimited, you know? So it's a good way to start the day. Was hoping to see something else or climb a tree or something, but I don't think so. Thanks for taking us on a walk in the woods. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So back in my grandparents' house, they had like a creek in their backyard. This part right here kind of reminds me of that. You just have this stagnant water that hasn't moved in like a long time, but it still looks somewhat clean. And you can just follow it, and yeah, there's a lot to learn from stuff like this. So, got some sand. Don't want to get my shoes too dirty. But you get the idea. Look, it's Aquafina. Aquafina, where were you? She was hiding in the woods this whole time. There's a tree. So that's cool. Yeah, there's some pretty great spots around here. Still figuring out like what would be ideal. So now we're back on the path. But yeah, like what would be ideal, whether it be to like go on a morning adventure and then work, or work then go on a morning adventure or whatever. But I think it just comes back to the need to just get something in the system. So yeah, I think it was back in like March or so that I felt like God was leading me into these woods. And I've been here many times since because it's calm, it's chill, it's nice. There you go. That's basically that. It goes a little bit more. There's a couple other paths around here, but you've basically seen everything. So, but it's fun. It's nice. It's pretty. Oh, now you can see some birds. It's a bird. Yeah, technology's been advancing so fast. I remember when Facebook first came out with their live stream thing. pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Yeah, I think it's really good to spend some time out in nature and just let your mind kind of explore. Because wherever you take yourself, your brain is going also. And yeah, this is some serious good stuff. You're just surrounded by trees. Everywhere you look, see, this way, and that way. We're just surrounded by trees right now. It's a great place to be. So I think Friday I'm gonna take my brother to seeing this other spot of the woods. Oh, yes, look. I don't know if you can see it. Got a little squirrel. Squirrel. You see him? Let's try to get a little bit closer. Little squirrel. Oh. If he is up there, he's gone. But he was here. Yeah. Cherishing every day is a gift. Get off. Some kind of bug on my palm. Not cool. Yeah, I guess this is kind of where we can close things up a little bit. But I just ask you to consider, what are some of the stories you believe about yourself? And what is the evidence you have for that? And is it possible that there could be a much better way to look at that thing, whatever it is? Because for a long time, I just was like, these forests belong to somebody else. If I go in there, like, I'll get shot or something like that. And I just didn't know any better. And then one day, back in like March or so, and I made a video like right when it happened. And yeah, it's like, no, just, you like woods? Here's woods. Enjoy the woods. So, yeah, I get kind of lost in these woods. And it's nice to have those things that help you to use time decently productively. And all that good stuff. So, fun, a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun to be had here. So, guess the rest of the day, just get some stuff done and don't do dumb stuff. And that's basically it. Like, once you spend time in the natural flow, forest stuff, it's kind of recognize, yeah, this is good. I want to contribute to this. Contribute to the flow, the forest flow. So, yeah, it's that. We're just kind of walking, each day walking towards better days, better things, better opportunities, better moments. So, yeah. I haven't had anything like that Pokemon card thing that happened in Utah. That was crazy. But we're just enjoying the here and now. So, hope you guys have a solid Thursday. Thanks for jumping on. Keep on trusting God and trust what He sees. especially more than what you see, because God sees the big picture. So that's all I'll leave you with. Take care. Bye.